The sacrifice goat is once upon a time in the city of Benares. Okay, there were a teacher, a famous one as well. He himself want to make a sacrifice, so he asks all his students to bring him a goat, so then he can make a sacrifice. In India or in the past, the sacrifice normally use live animal by slitting their throat and using the blood or whatever left in their body to sacrifice to the god. So this is also the common practice. And so his students obediently follow their master. So they went to look and fetch him a goat. Upon seeing the goat, at the time, the animal can still talk and communicate commonly with the people. When these students went to fetch the goat, they said, "The goat, now is your lucky turn. You're gonna be the sacrifice for our master to dedicate to the god." The goat, upon hearing that, first he was laughing, ha 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 ha. And then a few minutes after that, then he cried. And then the student was like, "The goat, are you going crazy? You afraid to die that much?" The goat said, "Well, there are some matter, but if you want to know, you must bring me to speak directly with your master." So the student want to know what or why did the goat acting like that. So they brought the goat to the master, and the master asked him, "Goat, tell me, why you laugh and why you cry?" The goat said, "Well, master, the fact is, you see, I was like you too, and because of what I did by sacrifice a goat, I has been reborn as a goat now, and you are going to follow my path. But today, luckily though, is going to be by my last punishment. My retribution has been over. After this, I am going to be reborn as human, but you're gonna be the goat in my place." The master hearing it, "Oh, really? Yes, today is going to be my last day, no matter what. Don't worry, fear not, goat. I will have my student protect you. And everyone, please looking after the goat. Do not let anyone come to harm the goat." And so the goat just act normally along by itself, eating the grass, enjoy yum yum yum, good food, good yum yum yum, Anyway, as it goes, suddenly the lightning strike. When the lightning strike the rock and slit the throat of a goat and causing it to instantly die in that moment. Seeing that was a very horrible sight indeed. The people of town begin to be fear because of the bad omen. But fear not. The master himself had told the people in there that this is the karma of the goat. No one can escape their action. So he himself, now knowing from the goat, he correct himself and never to repeat the mistake of taking any other animals or anyone's life again. So that's the people of town learning from the master. And so the example from the goat, then they begin to behave themselves, living in peacefully in harmony without hurting or taking anyone's life. So from there on, the town of Benares has become peacefully, living happily ever after. So everyone, from in here in this story is that how does it relate to our mind, our meditation? Well, before we go in there, I like to add into this my master word, Venerable Luang Por Dhammakaya. He said that having an education helps with ordinary existence. Yet we do not place emphasis on gaining knowledge for our own salvation. Those in the world who stand in the sun actually live in darkness, for they do not know how to truly live. So everyone now, if you can learn from this story, you may see understand now that living a life, sometimes if we emphasize on making money, but do not know how to truly live in peace and harmony, we will surely to be living just like the master in the story. So what about our mind though? You see, if we only focus on meditation, but we do not emphasize on living ourselves normally in peace, just like in the story, we could also make our mind difficult to also find inner peace. Because our life, we have to be socialized with many people. If we do something that hurt them and also hurt ourselves, when we close our eyes and come to meditate, it would be difficult to forget that memory as well. But what's done has been done. We should forget. But we should not repeat the same mistake again in the future. Let them be the lesson for our life, and we continue to grow on and move on without making the same mistake ever again. So this is the story from the sacrifice goat. Hopefully it could be benefit anyone to watching.